I remember when a customer called me to share something remarkable. She said, I've had 6 HVAC contractors in my home over the past 2 years, and yours was the only one who made me feel like a valued customer instead of just another job. What created that exceptional experience? It wasn't fancy equipment or rock bottom pricing. It was 4 fundamental practices that I've used to separate ordinary service calls from unforgettable customer experiences. And the contractor who masters these, they're the ones customers refer to their neighbors and call back for every future project. Hey, HVAC pros, after 2 decades in this industry, from field work to training contractors across New England, I've learned that technical competence gets you in the door, but exceptional customer experience keeps you in business. In the next 8 minutes, I'm breaking down the 4 pillars of exceptional customer experience that I've observed in the most successful HVAC companies across New England. These aren't complicated systems requiring massive investments. They're fundamental practices that any professional can implement immediately. And here's what's powerful. While your competition treats these as nice-to-haves, the contractors who make them non-negotiables are the ones dominating their markets with premium pricing and endless referrals. Pillar number 1, you need to show up on time. Punctuality isn't just about being polite. It's about demonstrating that you respect the customer's time and take your commitment seriously. Yet somehow this basic professional standard has become a competitive advantage. Here's a reality check. I know a contractor who built his entire reputation on what should be basic professionalism, showing up exactly when he promised. His secret? He doesn't just arrive on time. He systematically ensures every appointment runs smoothly from scheduling to completion. Here's his system. First, he confirms all appointments 24 hours in advance with specific arrival windows. And that's not sometime between 8 and 5, but 10:15 to 10:30 a.m. Next, he builds buffer time into his schedule for unexpected delays from previous calls. And third, if he's running more than 10 minutes late, he actually calls ahead with updated timing and explanations why. But punctuality starts before the appointment day. See, his office uses scheduling software that prevents overbooking and it accounts for realistic travel time between jobs. They don't promise what they can't deliver, which means they consistently exceed customer expectations instead of creating disappointment. They also have a communication protocol. He's developed what he calls proactive communication. Customers receive confirmation texts with technician photos and contact information. Day of service messages include "we're on our way" notifications with GPS estimated arrival times. This eliminates the anxiety of waiting around wondering when someone will show up. Think about the competitive impact. Here's what's remarkable. Customers mention his punctuality in online reviews more than his technical skills. Here's a quote. "Finally, an HVAC contractor who shows up when they say they will." That reliability becomes a referral generator because people are so accustomed to contractors running late or no showing entirely. It's crazy to say that this is a business foundation, but punctuality establishes the professional tone for everything that follows. When you show up on time, customers immediately trust that you'll handle their project with the same attention to detail and respect for commitments. It's the foundation that makes everything else possible. All right, pillar number 2, be prepared and professional, what I call the equipment and mindset advantage. Preparation isn't just about having the right tools. It's about demonstrating competence before you even start diagnosing problems. The best contractors I know treat every customer interaction like a performance, where preparation determines success. There's a team that's legendary for their preparation level. Before every service call, they review the customer's history, any previous service notes, and obviously the equipment specs. They arrive with diagnostic tools, common repair parts, and comprehensive safety equipment. No, "I need to go back to the shop for parts" excuses. Of course, their truck stock includes multimeters and manometers and refrigerant manifolds and a complete selection of the common replacement components. But here's what sets them apart. They also carry customer communication tools, tablets with previous service photos, system documentation, and presentation materials for upgrade discussions. They don't just show up with their tools. They show up ready to solve problems. Each technician carries equipment for measuring airflow, static pressure, combustion efficiency, and refrigerant pressures. This comprehensive diagnostic capability means they can identify root causes instead of just addressing symptoms. Everything about their presentation screams competence. Clean uniforms with company logos, organized tool bags, professional paperwork systems, and vehicles that represent their brand positively. Customers form opinions about your technical ability based on your professional appearance before you even touch their equipment. Oh, they carry visual aids for common problems, like photos of duct leakage, examples of proper installation practices, and before and after documentation from similar projects. This prep allows them to educate customers effectively instead of struggling to explain what could be complex technical issues. Think about the efficiency impact here. Here's the business advantage. Thorough preparation dramatically reduces service time while increasing first call completion rates. Instead of multiple trips to complete simple repairs, they solve problems comprehensively during initial visits. Customers appreciate that efficiency, and the business benefits from improved profitability. All right, on to number 3. Let's make the customer feel heard. It's the relationship building mastery. Most contractors listen in order to respond, but exceptional ones listen to understand. They recognize that behind every service call is a person dealing with comfort issues, probably efficiency concerns, and certainly equipment anxiety. Making customers feel truly heard transforms routine service calls into relationship building opportunities. I know a contractor who's mastered what he calls diagnostic listening. Instead of rushing to equipment inspection, he spends the first 10 minutes understanding the customer's experience. He says, tell me about what you've noticed. When did these problems start? And how are they affecting your daily routine? His approach follows 3 levels of listening. First, he listens for technical symptoms that do help guide his diagnostic process. Next, he listens for emotional impact, like frustration or anxiety or confusion about equipment problems. And of course, third, he listens for underlying concerns about costs, reliability, or previous contractor experiences. But before offering any solutions, he reflects back what he's heard. So he says something like, so if I understand correctly, your master bedroom has been uncomfortable for 3 months. It's affecting your sleep quality, and you're concerned about rising energy bills. Is that accurate? This validation makes customers feel understood before any technical discussion begins. He builds a empathy connection. They acknowledge the customer's situation before diving into technical explanations. Something like, I can understand how frustrating it might be to pay for heating and cooling that doesn't keep you comfortable. Let me figure out exactly what's causing these issues and show you how we can solve them permanently. So, instead of assuming he knows what the customer wants, he asks clarifying questions like, what's most important to you? Solving the comfort issues, reducing energy costs, or ensuring reliable operation? These questions help him tailor solutions to their specific priorities rather than presenting generic recommendations. Oh, and he takes notes during customer conversations, demonstrating that their concerns matter enough to record accurately. This attention to their input creates confidence that their specific needs will be addressed in any proposed solutions. And there's a follow-through commitment. Every concern raised during initial conversations gets addressed in his recommendations and proposals. Customers see that their input directly influences solution design, which builds trust and increases acceptance rates. All right, on to pillar number 4. We need to deliver clean, clear proposals. See, your proposal isn't just about pricing information. It's your professional reputation in writing and often the last impression before customer decisions. The contractors who master proposal presentation consistently win premium projects, while competitors, they struggle with price shopping. There's a contractor in Boston whose proposals are works of art. They're clean formatting, professional graphics, and crystal clear explanations that customers actually enjoy reading. His proposals follow a systematic structure. There's the executive summary, problem identification, solution recommendations, of course, the investment breakdown, and the implementation timeline. But here's what makes them exceptional. They're written in customer language, not industry jargon. Instead of AFUE ratings and SEER values, he explains heating efficiency that reduces your winter bills by 30%, and cooling performance that maintains consistent comfort while using 40% less electricity. Every recommendation directly connects to problems identified during his assessment, like your ductwork analysis revealed 35% energy loss through leakage and crawl spaces. Our sealing process will recover this lost efficiency while eliminating those cold drafts in your living room and dining room. And he includes diagnostic photos, measurement data, and visual documentation that supports his recommendations. Customers see exactly what problems exist and understand how to propose solutions address their specific situation. Instead of just listing prices, He presents investments with clear value explanations, like comfort system investment, $12,400. This includes equipment rated for home-specific requirements, professional installation meeting manufacturer specs, comprehensive warranty protection, and first-year maintenance service. His proposals include detailed implementation timelines, crew scheduling information, and step-by-step installation processes. Customers know exactly what to expect, when the work will occur, and how their daily routines will be affected. He doesn't just email proposals either. He presents them in person or via scheduled video calls. This allows him to explain recommendations, answer questions, and guide decision-making rather than leaving customers to interpret complex information alone. And every proposal includes next steps, decision timelines, and his availability for additional questions. He doesn't just submit proposals and wait. He proactively guides customers through the decision process with a professional consultation. When customers receive his comprehensive professional proposals alongside competitors' basic price quotes, the difference is immediately obvious. One represents thorough analysis and custom solutions. Others represent commodity pricing for generic services. Here's what's powerful about these 4 pillars I was talking about. They work together to create compound customer experience advantages. Punctuality establishes professional credibility. Preparation demonstrates competence. Active listening builds relationships. And clear proposals facilitate decision-making. Contractors who excel in all 4 areas don't just win individual projects. They earn customer loyalty that generates referrals, repeat business, and premium pricing opportunities. Customers actually become advocates who actively promote their services to friends and neighbors. You see, while competitors compete on price and hope for the best, contractors who deliver exceptional experience compete on value and build sustainable businesses. They operate in a different market tier where customer relationships matter more than that commodity pricing. All right, pros. Exceptional customer experience isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistently professional in ways that matter to customers dealing with comfort problems and equipment investments. So here's an implementation plan. This week, audit your punctuality and scheduling systems. Next week, evaluate your preparation standards and professional presentation. And finally, consider practicing active listening techniques and proposal presentation skills. You need to make exceptional experiences your competitive advantage. If this video showed you how to transform routine service or sales calls into exceptional customer experiences, please hit that like button to subscribe for more insights from successful contractors. Drop a comment below with your biggest customer experience challenge. I read every one and often feature them in future content. Remember, in a world where customers believe they have unlimited contractor options, exceptional experience is what makes them choose you again and refer you to others. The most successful contractors I know, proven it works. I'll see you soon.